So a few days out from this matchup between Islam Makhachev and Alexander Volkanovski, and I think a lot of handicappers like the value on Volk at plus 310, even if this isn't your most natural championship defense against a top 5 lightweight. How do you handicap Alexander Volkanovski's chances, and what is your appetite for this particular matchup?
Oh, I can't wait for this. This is, you know, we spoke about all the other fights. This is a fight that I want to watch the most. I mean, there was a fight always, and maybe it doesn't look as good now as it did at the time, but Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw. I remember coming into that, you know, when Cody was after beating Dominic and all of that. I remember just thinking, how does this fight go? Like, there's two such good technical fighters at the time, and obviously a lot of things have changed since, but this is another one to me. It's like, there's no great fanfare around either of them. You know, okay, we have the Habib stuff with Islam and all of that, and Volkanovski, and the fact that they are two of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But I think this is the hardcore fight, funnily enough, when it's even two champions, because the technical ability of both of these guys is so high. And if you're talking about the betting odds, I think it's far too wide as well. Far too wide, because one thing we don't respect enough is like the high level ability of someone like Volkanovski. You know, I've Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson there behind my head, and I will die on the hill that he's the greatest fighter of all time. He's just absolutely brilliant, and I would never compare anyone to him except Volkanovski. Like, he's the first one I've seen, I think, that has reached that level of comfort in the cage where he can just do everything almost without thinking, while staying in the perfect, like, defensive position to put his offense out there. He's just absolutely unbelievable. And it feels sometimes we say, oh, well, this guy's a really good wrestler, he's going to beat everyone. And we ignore the fact that Volkanovski is so exceptional in all areas. And another part of it as well, and I've said this for a few years now, but I don't think people like even myself and you, John, Kenny might be a little bit different, or other top level fighters, we don't understand how good Volkanovski is because it's too complicated. He's so good that the eye from outside cannot understand it. I've already done 2 previews for this fight, and I think I could do 10 previews for this fight. I love it so much. But like, for me, looking at it from the outside point of view, I just look at Volkanovski and the way that he can stay like so fundamentally safe in the way he fights while continually changing everything he does. We mentioned the word variation an awful lot in MMA when we're breaking down fights. There's probably no more varied fighter in the world than Volkanovski, yet he can stay in a position where he's defensively sound enough to go in against a guy like Korean Zombie, absolutely take him apart and not get any shots landed on his own face or head himself. It's incredible to do that. And to write a guy like that off, whether it's a price or whether it's Makhachev is definitely going to win, to me is incredible. Now, Makhachev is very, 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 very good and has the size advantage and all of that, but I would never write off Volkanovski. I have so much admiration for him, and that's the big reason. Can his brilliant ability beat the unbelievable wrestling ability and the striking as well of Makhachev? We can't leave that to a side. We don't know, and that's the reason why the fights happen and why we close the cage and John Anik says the fight's about to start, and we sit down and we watch it and we enjoy it. And this is the one I'm looking forward to this year. I cannot wait for it.